Welcome back to Resident Evil 4.
I knew you were gonna do that. If you didn't, I was.
Yeah. Stolen. Anyway. We're back after fending off and finding out that Ashley is being imprisoned to no one's surprise. Before you go into one of the shittiest places in this game, let me grab some bullets, and there is also a shop here. You have so many bullets, sir. I'm begging you. I'm so bad off right now. I need something.
I sold them American rations.
I love that. I'm not gonna sell them, but I can buy them from you. They do sell one more thing, which is the tactical vest. You can waste 60,000 pesetas to get a little bit of more armor on you. I just don't think it's worth it. The biggest reason, and it's stupid, it doesn't look as good as what he's wearing now, so there's an aesthetic reason. So as I mentioned, this is the area that's ridiculous but annoying. There's this pop-up garage that opens and closes at the speed of light. So if you don't shoot these guys quickly, they'll just throw the dynamite through and close super quickly, so you can't shoot them back. Also, we're not done with this stupid fucking door. That's why I'm being a little careful.
Nope.
See? Watch this. If you get close to the door, it'll remain closed. No matter what. And that's what I'm kind of aiming, like hoping it'll open. But if you back up...
Wow.
So what happens is those guys shoot you, and it closes before you can shoot them back. So what I do is just I waste all my ammunition killing these fuckers. See, I'm almost completely out of that now. Great, more rifle ammo, just what I needed. I made that part easy, but I've gone to that point with like worse ammunition situations, like just pistol rounds, and I couldn't beat it for like 20 solid minutes. And it's the only way forward. That was out of anger. That was a fuck you. Still love how you only find like one box of ammunition a lot of times in those places, so it's just like, what do we do with this? Just put it in a drawer somewhere, I don't care.
For emergencies.
By itself, though, we can't confuse it with anything else.
It's been known to happen.
Somehow, I wish we had someone here that was really inclined on organizing things, but we just don't have that. You rang. Peers around the corner like in an 80s sitcom when you hear the woo.
Sorry, but it's not in a case.
Start shooting them. Why? All right, we're gonna go to the left, the operating room. You'll notice as soon as you go in here, there's gonna be a slight atmosphere change to what we've been dealing with before. We were dealing with goofy doors. But now, we're dealing with the scariest goddamn enemy in RE4, if not one of the scariest enemies in all of Resident Evil. At least in my opinion. See, look how much closer the camera's gotten. So we're in a lab, like a legit laboratory. Take a quick peek what's on that table. Just for a second. Oh, weird, huh? Well, I guess I'll ignore it. I'm sure it's there for no reason. Ooh, blood.
Ooh.
It just walks away afterwards. Ooh, more blood. Anyway. So here comes kind of an easy puzzle. This one's easy to solve because, I mean, you know that the direction that red and blue have to turn, so it means that as much as this looks like a 4-color puzzle, it's a 2-color puzzle at the end of the day. So all we need to move is green and yellow for it to line up, and it's done. The idea that the lab would have, like, kids' puzzles on the way to enter it seems kind of silly and irresponsible. So, creepy picture there. This is talking about how it's like, oh, there's all these monsters you run into so far, but none of them are as bad as this one. It's called the Regenerator. It earns its name.
at an incredible speeds.
Yep. Listen, he didn't pass English, he passed science. All I know about is science and ballistics, clearly. This gives you an idea how to beat them. But I will say these things, with our current setup, very, very difficult to borderline impossible to kill with what we currently have. Also, look at this horrifying thing. This looks like Dead Space ripped it off.
Were they like frozen in place by nitrous?
I guess? Or maybe they're trying to pull the parasite out and maybe it's like tied to like his veins and nerve endings and stuff, so it's like pulling his body up as they're pulling it out. That's what I'm thinking. As I organize my grenades. See, there's a bunch of like weird strap things in its spine and bones. It looks bad. I'm just preparing. These guys always freak me out.
Now freeze.
Listen to the noise they make too. This is a regenerator.
I've seen these guys before.
He's not dead. So you shoot him in the leg once, that stuns him for a couple of seconds for you to run out of the room because we can't deal with him at the moment. I hate the sound they make.
Well, he's got asthma.
Get him the special inhaler.
A bullet.
Breathe in. But to beat him, we need to go into this room first, which we needed the key card to get into anyway. But here we're in a freezy room with another one of those weird things, which also has one of my favorite quotes in this game, which is this one. These guys must have been cryogenically frozen with their sucks to be them.
Fucking loser.
Ha ha ha. Just start poking in the face. Man, that double glass shattering sound wasn't great. You know, who cares? I'm up on all the healing. I'm sure I'll keep all of it by the end of this. So what we need to do is we need to get in there, because there's an item we need to fight these regenerators, but it's frozen. We also need to change something about our key card. Because we need to upgrade our key card from, like, frozen laboratory to trash? Okay. This part definitely feels the most, like, old-style Resident Evil, where there's, like, definitely a nervous factor of what you're doing. And also it's the classic horror game trope from back then is go back to areas where you've been before and conditions have changed means that you're probably going to run into something that's going to try to kill you. But this is also further proving that the Cinematimac rifle is the best gun in the game, because it gave us a new scope for it that helps us fight these guys. Speaking of which... I hate how they get up like worms. So the trick is, and the note actually talked about it, is that these things, you can only kill them by killing the parasites inside of their body, which you can see with the thermal scope. Because the rifle isn't the most steady, it's, at least control-wise, it's not the most accurate sometimes. It's tricky to hit them sometimes. And nothing slows them down. There we go.
And kick you.
Yep. It just kicks me in the nuts. Or no, you kick it in the nuts. Yeah, told you.
Nice.
Once again, proving that this is the best gun in the game. Also, what's nice about these regenerators, they all drop a lot of money whenever you kill them, and that's a guarantee. I kind of hate them because they also just look like giant naked dudes. They kind of hit that uncanny valley issue. With its narrow ass. Maybe I'll get his attention somehow. Very subtly, I think.
He looks cold.
You know what the noise reminds me of? It reminds me of a lot of the monster noises from the movie The Thing. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but that's one of the best horror movies ever made.
I haven't seen it, but when you mentioned like military horror, that was kind of my only reference point. If that even qualifies.
I wouldn't say it's necessarily military, but like they're all scientists, so kinda. But we're gonna go back and get some revenge on that guy that was trying to mess with us. He is currently trapped in the lab. This is where that sound mixing gets really weird, because if you notice, I'm far away, but you can hear it like right next to your ear.
Yeah.
And I can tell you, as someone who's played this game multiple times, it's definitely a lot scarier when you don't know enemy placement. Because enemy placement's static and on every playthrough of this game. So like, you know where the regenerators are gonna be each and every time, so the nervous factor of suddenly seeing one isn't quite there. Ooh, blood. And an emerald. Nice. Looks behind him and just sighs. I just wish I had someone to reply to.
I wish someone would tell me my love for blood is weird.
Otherwise, it's not. That's the rule. That is probably the most confident way to live. It's like, unless someone tells me it's weird, it's fine.
And I don't have Twitter, so.
And I never will. Fuck birds. I call all birds Twitters. Eagles, Twitters are prey. God damn it, this is getting old. I need someone to bounce these off of.
Ashley!
At this point, Ashley's hiding. I can't be dealing with this. I want to go home, but... ugh. Oh man, I'm about to do something that kind of frustrates me. It's supposed to be one of those parts that get quirky, but this part, I blame the game, because this part was not programmed that well. We got this nice little room here. Fancy little office. No, none of the lockers work, god damn it. But have you ever played a crane game before?
Boy, have I.
Well, you get to put this to the test. And I'm glad to report it works just about as well as a normal crane game does. All right, well, you know, I only missed once. Maybe I can get this guy. Just get the shadow right over him. There's no way I can miss. What the fuck? Okay, I guess I got one more fucking try, you know? Maybe I get the prize, you know? This one, the last one didn't work, so this one probably won't. Okay, this one worked for some fucking reason. Okay, whatever. Here you go. But then you gotta fight the other three, so I don't even get to really have fun with it. I could have gotten 3 of them, but the game was just like, nah, I don't think so.
So that's what they were looking at when they made Sonic Frontiers.
Exactly. I mean, every game kind of ripped off RE4, including Sonic Frontiers, I guess. Oh, goddamn. Threw an axe through the flame.
You carried on.
He carried? Exactly what I was thinking, actually, when I said it. Leon just starts doing mouth guitar to that song. God, that'd be so weird. You come around the corner just with a stoke, just. What is he doing? He looks over. The solo's hard, man. No, you're doing it wrong. It's more like. They just start doing it back and forth at each other.
And it's just very deranged. Their cheeks are flopping. Their tongues are.
Their tongues are wiggling out sometimes. Thank God Leon found his true soulmate at that moment.
Too bad I have to kill you.
You know, if we met before this, we could have been friends. No, I just see you as a rival of Rock. Okay, we did find the room that Ashley's in. Once again, doing her normal thing of not talking absolute nonsense and then getting back to the game's plot. She's in this room. You would think that she's being guarded by the two guys in the cinematic, but nah. They put two more of the road warriors, road warrior Animal and Hawk here to be able to protect her from us, I guess?
Well, you just craned them, so you know.
I craned one of them. With how hard she's hitting it, her hands would be like bleeding. Oh shit. I thought maybe if they had one eye, maybe that'd work pretty well. You know who they actually look like? They look like a combination of a football player and Kano from Mortal Kombat. I brought up Mortal Kombat a lot in this. Mortal Kombat's great. This is one of those situations where you gotta shoot them in the head, but their giant bodies tend to block their tiny heads. There we go. Hey, Ashley. I got something to tell you. Oh, through the fire and the flames. Right.
Well, shut her up.
I love it. I'll save you. I gotta go. Because you can't get her out of there yet. You need the key for that.
I'll save you tomorrow.
Like a packed lunch. This room kind of blows. There's a lot of crossbowmen in here for some reason. They start working really hard on keeping Ashley here so the guard amount starts to increase. Plus with the door frame being in a certain way, I only get to see half the room. Also in the past, I've entered this room with a lot less ammunition. And then it really becomes, when you start getting really low ammunition, it becomes a lot of, that's how I got picking up the shooting them in the leg trick, because it became a lot of shooting them in the leg and then knifing them head bursting, and then hoping to God you can run away from them. Oh God. Look at how many head bursters. Automatically, two of them burst out at the same time. Enemy placement, but I think comparative to like the castle, you might notice what makes this more difficult beyond the more health and the aggressiveness is that the rooms are smaller.
Yeah.
So it's hard to corral them correctly when, you know, in the castle you're just in this big, epic, big zones a lot of times, but this, like, they run right at you in a tiny cubicle, and it's, you gotta wrestle them away that way. Ooh, mayonnaise. Anyway. I just love the scientist just being like, oh God, I'm so sorry, Rick. What's going on? I mixed the blood and the mayonnaise. I don't know which one's which anymore. Ooh, organization. And more mayonnaise. Why do these guys order so much mayonnaise? And they're not refrigerating it. That's kind of irresponsible.
Maybe that's how you grow more Las Plagas.
Maybe they love mayonnaise. Just going one, just ladling hands full of it and shoving it in their mouths. With that gross thought in mind, let's save real quick. No one wants to admit it, but mayonnaise is just eggs. Anyway. That's a very Leon thought, but it's just reality. Ooh, another lab. Clearly nothing dangerous in here. So I'm automatically go to the rifle. I'm like, okay, I know what's gonna happen. Siri here knows what's gonna happen. That's why she's rubbing it against me in concern. This scope does become a little bit problematic for organization's sakes. See, I keep on pressing triangle on accident because of fucking Elden Ring.
That's why I rebounded to square. Why would I put interactions on triangle?
Look at this guy.
Eh.
That's not a glitch. That's how they walk. These are called, I believe, called Iron Maidens. They have all the attack the regenerators do, but also they have these spike attacks, and they have a lot more parasites. One of which is on their back, which means you either have to get behind them or find another way to get to that parasite. They are harder to fight, and a lot scarier too. Oh god, it's so close. Oh god, I forgot. There's another one. Back up. So the other one, what my trick is, it's a little bit difficult and you have to be quick about it, is if you shoot their legs, you can blow off their legs. And when you do, their back gets exposed for just several moments before you can shoot it. But if you don't shoot it fast enough, he starts slithering on the floor. But I lucked out. What I like about those guys drop a lot of money. In that case, that guy dropped a key, but it's a very important key. Looking back on this, I forgot to do something in this particular level, which you can actually go to a radio tower to try to call for help, and you get no answer. I don't do that. Oh well. But we all want to go into this room with samples and stuff, because I think there's some ammo in there too. Again, the idea of them just in this lab being like, let's store this machine gun ammo right here in this laboratory next to the samples. And at this point, Leon, why are you questioning for what? What do you mean?
Moose?
Steak? Tails? I wonder how much of these are lickable. Maybe they're like a temporary tattoo. Squishes one on his arm. That tingles. I hope that picked up. My cat just yawned, meowed. Sound like a creaky door. Yeah, now we gotta go back now we have the key to open Ashley's confinement. I wonder if they're gonna respawn the rooms. Let's look at my ammo count too. That's not great. This is one of the reasons I highly encourage putting your pesetas into your striker shotgun. As I mentioned, its highest upgrade is a 99 round barrel, which if you're out of ammunition, that 99 rounds will carry you through most of this zone. Easy.
I never pointed out this save music sounds like the music for the Nexus from Demon's Souls.
A little bit. The thing is that like all the it's a little bit, I mean, it's reminiscent of the other Resident Evils that a lot of times when you went into save rooms, there was kind of this peaceful, safe music that always played in the background. Each one has its own different version of it. So it's not quite like, you know, like Zelda's theme where it's the same but different mix, but like they legitimately have the same feel, I guess. As again, I mentioned one of the benefits, especially of RE4, is that they didn't give you fucking ink ribbons. That was one reason why I have a hard time sometimes going back to the original Resident Evil. As much as the RE remake is really, really solid, it's the one that still maintained the fixed camera angles, but they really cleaned up the controls and the look. But it was the classic, like, you have 8 slots, and some of those slots are taken up by treasures and puzzle items. Also, your save item is also an item, so it takes up room in your slot if you want to carry it. I mean, that game, they did give you a storage box, and the storage box was magical and teleport your stuff to each and every one. It still was a pain in the ass because you'd go to like a puzzle room and be like, aha, this is what I need to progress. Shit, I left the puzzle part in the storage room. God damn it. Also, there was an effect in the old Resident Evils, like things like poison, for example. Some enemies could poison you and then just drain your health over time. Poison does not exist in RE4. Mainly because I think Leon's immortal. I have to get her out of there. Beep, beep, boop, beep, beep, boop, boop. I got the password.
That was it.
Just the words beep, beep, boop, bop, boop.
Leon.
You okay? Come on, let's get out of here.
Let's hope this is the last time you get kidnapped, Ashley. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is.
But what if it's not?
Well, you know. I mean, the trade-offs you have to deal with me.
So what do you think about mayonnaise? Is it better than blood?
I was gonna say, it's a handful, am I right? You mean like literally or figuratively? I mean, that's up to you. Depends. Do you have a butter knife? If you had a choice between having blood or mayonnaise in your system, you know how I'm going to answer this. Let me finish the question, Ashley.
Which system? My digestion?
What's a digestion? You got me worried. As Leon just starts looking back and forth, hands Ashley the gun and runs away. I mean, if that was the way you end up playing Ashley for the rest of the game, I would be okay with that.
Just Leon having a moment and leaves.
A panic attack over the digestive system. Quick, I gotta find some blood to deal with it. It's good to have you back, Ashley. I'm just kidding.
What do you mean by that?
Give me my gun back. No, answer my question. First, point the gun at him. Well, seems like we're both in a pickle now, because I'm not willing to answer.
I know how to decide this.
Deal with me, Ashley. That is the stupidest ending that could possibly happen. Just Tiny Time kind of look. I don't know why I keep on calling him that now.
Yeah, I've already forgotten what his name actually is.
It's Sadler.
Sadler.
Tiny Sadler is just kind of looking on, just, I feel like restarting the plan now. I don't know how will this work. They clearly know they're crazy. Sir, they're always kind of like that. Oh, wow.
I did it.
All right, I think we stop there. Moving on to the next one. I'm sure we'll be fine.